sunumunda birleşik API platformu yaklaşımını kurumlara sağladığı hız, güvenlik ve esneklik avantajlarından bahsedecek değerli konuşmacımız. EMEA Bölgesi İş Ortakları Direktörü Sayın Michel Zwarts bizlerle birlikte olacak. I would like to invite Mr. Zwarts to the stage for his presentation. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for having me today. So today I will be telling a little bit around Kong as an AI platform. Most of you know us of our API gateway capabilities, but since our inception in 2017, we've been on quite a long journey. Perfect, thank you. So it goes without saying that the market opportunity for APIs and AI in general is on the rise. We've seen positive motions based on the mobile and cloud era, where everybody started to use their mobile phone to interact with your organization. That propelled the use of APIs, that propelled the use of internet capabilities, and we see that trajectory only increasing with AI as a driver as well. Because in the end, all API and AI interaction are API-based. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, and a lot of that work will not necessarily be done by developers only, but also by AI agents. So from a Kong perspective, we try to come up with a very complete offering for our platform, really trying to drive federation at scale. So organizations don't necessarily have just one or two teams working together, collaborating on building and unlocking data within your organizations for consumption within mobile apps and clients. But also, there's now multiple organizations, multiple divisions, and dozens of vertical streams that create new business value. How do you cater for all that growth without having a single platform that can cater for all your needs, right? So Kong as a platform drives that federation at scale, and we have the tooling that ties all that together. One of the core aspects of Kong as a technology is that in 2017, our founders basically identified, well, the gateway capabilities at this stage are not fit for purpose anymore. So anything that Kong builds is cloud native by design. And cloud native means that you can deploy it anywhere, whether being on-premise, in the cloud, on VMs, but also on containerized estates that require a low memory footprint and high capacity scaling with microservices. The third area that we are, let's say, provisioning our capabilities in are all around AI governance. AI governance means that putting a harness on your LLM consumption between your consumer and your provider. And we've seen many use cases of where organizations jump on AI use cases in an incubator or an innovation center, but really struggle with driving those use cases into production. Reason being is there's a scare of PII leakage, there's a scare of compliance issues that you need to adhere to, and Kong brings in the necessary guardrails, the necessary cost insights, the necessary control of the traffic towards those LLM engines. So we treat an LLM no different than we would treat a normal API, save for there's specific use cases that you have an AI policy for. One of those AI policies could be, for example, PII sanitization. Another could be RAG augmentation. RAG augmentation means that you provide more context to the LLM engine, so you get a more accurate response, so hallucinations are minimized. The fourth pillar of our platform basically highlights around the service catalog. Service catalog allows you to see all of the APIs and endpoints within your organization that are not necessarily very visible within your organization. So unlocking and bring to visibility some of your shadow IT. And then you have the ability to choose and create scorecards against these to bring these under management and measure against, does it have your necessary security policies? Does it meet compliance features? Is it set up for performance? Do you have necessary abuse controls in place? This is something that, as part of the Kong platform, our service catalog offers. And then finally, we've been very good at synchronous traffic, so RESTful APIs, sockets and such. But our customers have asked for evented capability as well. That means that they want to rely on a trusted influx gateway between your customers, the public internet, and your organizational estates of data and APIs. They want to extend that into interacting in an asynchronous way with Kafka streams, with message brokers as well. So you are able to apply the same policies that you apply for APIs to AI as well as evented. And that's the fifth core pillar that we're investing heavily in as part of our platform. Now, let's zoom in a little bit towards our AI gateway capability. So across 3 different vectors, there's an interest of you of covering your business use cases, right? First of all, you want to have visibility on what is happening between your clients, your consumers, and your LLM usage. Because it's no longer that you use one model, you use the best fit for purpose model, so there can be many. So observability is one. The other vector that you want to have is, as an organization, you want to control the accounts and costs for consumption of those LLMs, and that can only be if you manage access to those LLMs centrally from a platform perspective. So bringing the guardrails and controls and that power into your organization for your platform team to manage, that is the power that you bring for those real-time use cases. Finally, the third pillar of what you need to focus on is around traffic control, right? So managing the cost of all those interactions. I'm assuming everybody knows that when you interact with an LM, there's a cost of your question and there's a cost of your answer. So other than compared to API use cases where there was difficulty trying to monetize on your API, it is implicit with the use of LLMs, right? So you can't get around that anymore. So you want to manage that manage those costs, and you can do a couple of things in order to manage those costs. First one is semantic caching, for example. That's a policy that Kong offers as part of the AI stack, and that allows you to give an answer, a cached answer, to frequent questions that are quite similar. Not necessarily just identical, but quite similar. Semantic routing is the other one, what I want to call out. Semantic routing gives the power to the platform team to automatically route to the best fit purpose LLM for your specific question in real time. Very powerful, because you want to manage the 3 vectors, right? You want to manage quality of response. Quality of response usually takes a long time. You want to manage latency. So in some use cases, you prefer a very quick answer over a very elaborate answer. And then the third vector is, of course, cost that you want to manage. So all of these tools we have as a man in the middle to enforce policies as a gateway for AI use cases. And for us, AI use cases mean basically 2 things. The LLM gateway as such, but also bringing that interaction to agentic workflows with our MCP gateway. And MCP is basically describing what your capabilities are of your API set that you expose, so that agents can determine on themselves in the near future how to create business value out of these process workflows. And with that, I hope to have given you a little bit of insights onto what encompasses Kong platform, and I would like to thank for your time and attention today.